Last night, I went to the Lifetimes tour, and it was phenomenal. It was more than just an experience. It was a full-on moment. I feel like I've never seen Katy in this form. Dancing, costumes, stage props. There was a narrative. This show was great. So I'm here breaking down the show, telling you my favorite moments of the whole performance and why you should go see Katy now more than ever. Now I'm going to preface, if you do not like Katy Perry, if you are here for Katy Perry hate, go click on another video. Because I promise you somebody like the Swiftologist has 10 of them. I'm not that person. If you love Katy Perry and pop culture, you're in the right place. Now, the show started with high production value. Katy is known for her over-the-top visuals, costumes, stage effects. Her concert felt like a full-blown theatrical experience. It was amazing. So let's start here. Katy literally comes out of like a technological vortex. The show has like these graphics running in the background, and you see Katy literally levitate from the middle. Who's doing that? Who literally is coming out of like an orb? It was amazing. Katy then goes onto like these huge metal boxes where she performs a couple songs, and then she's in this globe where she finishes this production. I was so confused. I was like, are we in an arena? Is she really doing this right now? Let me also say, she flies multiple times. A good, I think, like 3 times. It felt like she flew. Mama, she was flying one side of the stage, the other side of the stage. She was on a butterfly. I was like, Katy, since when do you feel so comfortable flying? Is this a new thing? It was amazing. There's a moment where she rises like a phoenix on a pillar. Katy, it's giving Beyonce Dubai. It's giving production. And this is what I mean with high production value. Katy could have simply just jumped on stage, sang I Kissed a Girl with, like the guitar. We're all vibing, and that would have been sufficient. That would have been enough, but Katy said no. Katy is a world-class entertainer. And throughout this whole video, I kind of touch on this a lot. Her talent, her execution of being a performer. That is not something that's taught overnight. It's a 20-year career. And Katy Perry, I just think that when it came to her production, when it came to her stage, money was spent. This wasn't just the budget from the label. This was personal money, in my opinion. It gave va-va-voom. Now the stage. Let's go to the stage. The stage is huge. Like humongous. If you are in the 100s, side 100s, lower side, you're going to have an amazing time. Katy Perry is running on the stage. The stage is an infinity loop, right? So the infinity loop is connected to the main stage. So Katy starts the performance on the main stage, but she's basically on side B, which is the middle of the infinity loop. And then I'll call it side C, stage C, which is the end of the infinity loop. Maybe 80% of the time. She's only on the main stage, maybe a quarter of the show. At that, Katy is walking. She is running. She is using the space. And it's so smart because I think so much of performances sometimes are lost when you're so far in the back, when you're in the 400s. And I've seen videos of people in the 400s and different sections. You can see the stage. The stage is lit up. The stage has lights. The stage has colors. The stage is amazing. If you are thinking about buying a ticket in the 100s, if you're thinking about buying a ticket maybe in the upper bowl, I would do it. I would totally do it. I have tickets to go see her again in Austin, and it's on the floor. And so I do wonder how the experience will be being on the floor than I was in the 100s. I just saw her in Houston, I forgot to tell you, and I think it'll still be amazing. Now, her stage, the main stage, it's like TVs. She's like created these TVs that are all connected. And you would think when visuals are playing that it looks strange or that it looks a little choppy, but honestly, once you get past that they're TVs, it's honestly fine. It's very like enrapturing. Like when you're watching it, you're like, oh my God, like there's a lot of screens. There's a lot of production happening. Now, her costumes were pretty great. Everything was very like 143 vibe. It was all giving like space, pop star, sexy, kitty cat. I liked it. The lights were cutting edge. Pyrotechnics on fleek. LED integration is insane. The show was always, and I really want to preface this, always entertaining. The show was always stimulating. The lights, the colors, they kept everyone very engaged. If you have ADHD, put your hands up. You were going to have a great time because there was always something to look at. There was always something you were absorbing, always something you were taking in. You were actively looking at something at all times. And that kind of leads into the storytelling of this performance. The visuals are insane. So the reason why I think they're everything is that it's basically framed like a video game where Katy, 143, must collect the hearts. She has to collect 2 hearts to become strong enough to bring peace to the world, right? And destroy her enemy. The show has 5 levels. Basically, where acts chooses levels, like a video game. And each level is a continuation of the story. And it correlates with the songs. I really liked the fact that there is a narrative. I feel like when you go on stage and you see other people perform, a lot of the time it's just them performing. It's just them singing their favorite songs. Sometimes you might get like a graphic. You might get some type of animation. Katy had a story. Katy had a plot. Katy had levels. Each level had a different aesthetic and feeling to it. So level 1 was futuristic and glossy, fitting songs like Artificial, Chained to the Rhythm. Level 2 was really colorful. It was all nostalgia. It was her teenage dream era. Thick Candy, California Sunshine, retro fashion. Now, level 3 was honestly one of my favorites. It was a collection of the new songs. So it was like Nirvana, Crush, and she was on these like mushroom props. I loved it. Level 4 was darker. It was more intense. The visuals were kind of like a little scary. And she sang E.T., Rise. It was kind of like the climax of the story. And then level 5, the finale. It was like a shimmering celebration of resilience, of power, of Katy. She closed with fireworks and she sang Lifetimes, one of the best songs on 143. Katy, throughout the whole performance, performed about 25 songs, which is a lot and it's not a lot. Now, I will say with Catherine will sing, for the most part, the whole song. So you are getting the bridge, the chorus. You're getting to experience your favorite song that you listen to live. Some artists, like Beyonce, will chop songs up. So maybe in a 5-minute time frame, you'll get 3 songs. So Katy, for the most part, sang all the songs. So level 1, like I said, opened with Artificial. Artificial, because of the visuals, the power of the visual, the power of a great performance, made me really like that song. It's just so intense. I really liked it. Followed by Chained to the Rhythm, Teary Eyes, which for my smile girlies, who I feel like we never get love, Teary Eyes is a bop. We've known it's a bop. And then Dark Horse. She ends with Dark Horse. Level 2 continues with Woman's World, California Girls, Teenage Dream, Hot and Cold, Last Friday Night, and I Kissed a Girl. Now, level 3 is Nirvana, Crush, I'm His, He's Mine, and Wide Awake. I had such a good time at Wide Awake. I felt like I was 14 again. I was like, I'm wide awake. Level 3.5. Now, this part was the choose your own adventure. And I have some beef with Katy on this. So in Mexico, it was like the album we chose is Teenage Dream. That everybody on the QR code scans. Mind you, half the people don't have service. So great plan. Why was it that the songs they sang in Mexico were the same songs we got in Houston? We got Not Like the Movies, which is a bop. That's a bop. I love it. And the one that got away, which that should be on the permanent set list. The people were singing. So I think that one needs to be added permanently. Why were they the same songs? Why was it the same album? Why not choose One of the Boys? Why not choose Prism? Why not choose Witness? Why not choose Smile? Why not choose another album that's not Teenage Dream? So I really do hope that throughout the tour, she changes songs, she changes albums, which she said she was going to do. But the Choose Your Own Adventure was cool, and she brings out fans. So like fans from the audience get to come out. It was really cute. Level 4, E.T. Part of Me, Rise. always. Level 5, Roar, a remix of Daisies, Lifetimes, and then Firework. The finale is so celebratory. It feels like when you've won a game. It's just like you feel so happy. Now, what I think Katy, throughout this whole performance, y'all, did exceptionally well, like so good, was her connection with fans. Katy is so charismatic, and she often interacts with audiences in a really personal way. It feels funny, it feels light, it feels like she's your friend, and I feel like this is a gift, right? Nobody here really knows Katy Perry, right? We know her persona, but do we really know the real her? You know, that's up for debate. Whether it's bringing fans on stage, she brought the fans on stage. It was so funny. She literally brought a fan from the 400s. She saw them. It was like a sister duo. She saw them and she was like, come down, your outfits are so cute. And this is where I knew, I was like, oh, she is talented. She brought them down from the 400s. And as they're walking down, she's like waiting because, you know, they have to go down the elevator to the floor. So she's like, maybe I shouldn't have chosen people from the 400s. What should I do? She pulls out her guitar and she starts singing Thinking of You.
I'm not gonna do it. Do it. You're like an Indian summer.
I was like, what? Out of nowhere. And it was giving a real Alanis Morissette. I said, yes, baby. Entertainer. Because she could have literally just stood there and been like, so how's the weather, y'all? She said, no, mama, give me that guitar. Let's go. Let's play. The show must go on in the name of Freddie Mercury. And she really did. That was a moment where I said, this is an A-class level performer who is in this moment, A, bringing fans from the 400s, and B, performing at that capacity by being always entertaining. She always connected with people on their outfits. And it kind of made me regret not maybe having a better outfit. I don't know. I feel like sometimes being a bigger person, I stop myself from wearing like cuter things. But after going to the show, I'm like, oh, I need to wear a cuter costume to the next show, because she talked to the fans so much about the outfits. She was like, you look so cute, or oh my God, I love your outfit. It was really, really, really endearing. Now, Katy has grown a lot when it comes to engaging with audiences. I saw her during the Prism World Tour. That was almost 11 years ago. And she was a chatty Cathy. Ramble. Talk. She just wouldn't stop talking. And I love a chatty queen. I'm a chatty queen. But, like, we're here to hear you sing. So, like, let's go, sister. And this time I saw the growth of 11 years. I saw her in her own mind saying, let's go. Let's start singing. The talking is cute. Let's keep it moving. I could see the wheels moving in her mind. I think maybe the Vegas residency, American Idol somehow has made her more aware of time and the brains of other people, the brains of the viewer. Keep them entertained. And she was really good at that. She was really, really good at making people feel seen, making people feel like they're having fun. She was the star. Katy had 10 dancers. Honestly, we could have removed all 10 dancers and Katy still would have been great. The 10 dancers add to it, right? Like, it was all men, which made her look so much more feminine, right? In front of all these guys. Like, I definitely understood what she was going for. What I loved the most about all of this was Katy's positivity and inclusion of everybody. Like, Katy Perry has always championed the power of self-expression. Like, and staying true to who you really are. And that might sometimes be quirky. That might be bold. That might be unconventional. It might be all those things. And through her music, fashion, performances, she's encouraged fans to embrace their individuality unapologetically. Even if it means being labeled as corny or getting judged by others. Like, that is a part of Katy's brand. It feels like nowadays is that people judge her. They critique her. They break her down because it's hot and cool to be like mean to Katy Perry. It's in to be mean to somebody else. I can be mean to people, right? I've been critical of Katy personally with friends, but what I don't understand is, why are people actively coming for her? Why are people actively creating content how much they hate Katy Perry? Like, if you really hate somebody, wouldn't you like stop talking about them? Honestly, quite frankly, you're obsessed with them, and that's the part that's weird. You're so obsessed with something you don't like. Speaks to how bitter of a person you are, right? Like, Guys, if you don't like somebody, newsflash mama, walk away, turn the TV off, change the channel, unfollow, unsubscribe, delete, block. Like, it is not that hard. And so as a Katy cat, since 2008, I've come full circle, right? I've come with the adoring, loving, super fan, not really enjoying her music, back to Smile, really enjoying her music. And now we're here. And I think people are going to find all the reasons to not like her. All the reasons. And if you're looking, you're going to find it. That's a key to life, y'all. When you're looking for something, you're going to find that thing you don't like. So what do I think? I think that Katy Perry is extremely special. And if you have a chance to go see her live, spend the money. Spend the $50. The nosebleeds are $50 in a lot of cities. Spend the $150 to be on the 100s. Spend the $200 to be on the floor. Whatever the amount is, spend it. Because if you remotely like Katy Perry, you should go to this tour. And if you really love Katy Perry, this is your moment. I'm literally wearing my shirt. Isn't it so cute? It's my Katy Perry shirt. It is so adorable. All the shirts and merch were really cute. It was all $50. She had like eras, different albums that she included. So there was a Roar t-shirt. There was a Witness t-shirt. There was a one of the boys t-shirts. It was super cute. I do sometimes wish with artists that they had maybe merch that wasn't like an image of them, but something a bit more like adjacent to them. Like I would have loved a t-shirt that maybe just had like KP with a butterfly in the back. Like I would have loved that, but this is very cute too. And it's orange and I love orange. So Katy Perry, go see her, go buy the merch, go support. And if you don't even go and watch the tour, just don't hate. Stop commenting ugly things. I literally post TikToks about Katy Perry recently from the concert. So many hateful comments. So many hateful people. That's not a cute look, guys. You don't want to be known as the person who's like bitter. It's okay to sometimes be bitter, but you shouldn't always be bitter. Because maybe that's more of an example and a reflection of you. If you like this video, subscribe. I am planning to make even more Katy Perry videos. And thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. And I will talk to you all later. Bye, y'all.